This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Resident Evil 6.
And now it's time for all the rest of the stuff. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Resident Evil 6. Last episode we beat the game and finished all the campaigns, so now that means the story's over. And that's pretty much it. However, we can, New Game Plus and try to unlock more skills, so yeah, everything's completed. If we complete everything in the game, we can now unlock a few extra things now that we've beaten it, so let's look over that. Alright, so let's see. We can now buy, if we put a lot of points into this, we can now unlock infinite mode for any of the weapons. And this, you have to beat the game once with no matter. So if you want to make this easy, maybe play through the game on like easy difficulty. Just go through the plot, because all you have to do to beat this is complete all the campaigns on A mode, and it unlocks infinite mode. So that way you can just run through the game and just like not have to worry about ammo anymore. So you can take off like the item drop increase, for example, if you wanted to, and just quit the weapon and do it. Now the reason you might want to do that is so you can unlock the kills skills. The kill skills, what they do is they basically give you your weapon like a major like a potency increase, like they like will crit more often, stuff like that. But you have to kill the enemies in the game with the weapon so many times, and then you have to buy that ability. But that's what all these question marks are the potency builds. So you buy maybe infinite handgun, buy a bunch of buy the handgun potency thing up a bit. Maybe also buy the critical let's see, where's the crit crit hit, so you can do like a lot of damage that allow you to maybe go through the game a lot more smoother and probably get those S ranks that you were missing from before. So that's what unlocks on the skill. There, let's back out. And then there's a couple other things we could do now. We could also we could have done this before. We could mess our dog tags, and what this is our how our online avatar is described when people look at us when we play online. I don't even know if people play this game online anymore. You can change the template a bit. Yeah, the name there, the galleon name, that's the name I used to use like a long time ago. I use Vauldemare now for my handler, but when I created the Steam account, I didn't want to make a new account just for this channel, so I just left it as is. So that's what my old avatar is. So, and most of these can be, yeah, it tells you where you can. Most of these can be unlocked from playing the game, but there's a couple that can be templates that can be unlocked by unlocking certain medals and doing certain things in the game. So, I mean, I'm not gonna do any online stuff, so it doesn't really matter. Let's put ourselves in a tank, sure. And then emblems, and let's see what we can, see, we have to unlock back in the day to unlock this emblem, leave it to the pro, check out my dogs, mad skills, bob and weave. I forgot how, I think Weapon Master, you had to buy all the weapon upgrades, or you had to buy all the weapon kill achievements, I think, or something like that. I don't remember all these. I think high voltage is from like killing people a lot with the stun rod or something like that. But yeah, you have to basically unlock all the achievements, unlock your all these emblems. So let's do Silent Killer. I don't know. Yeah, that was kind of cool, I guess. And then you can unlock these via. Let's see, play Resident Evil for 50 hours. Have I really been playing that long? Huh. Weird. It didn't feel like 50 hours. But yeah, mostly, I forgot how you unlock a lot of these. A lot of these are usually from either collecting medals or stuff like that, so. Yeah, 1,000 medals, 100 titles. So. I guess I could equip this one, or this one. Anyway. And there's like not an achievement, but there's something you can unlock if you actually make a dog tag. And then we got some extra stuff in the collection. We could have played this before, but what this is you can now play a multiplayer game with other players as a creature. So you play as one of the I forgot who you could play as. I think you could play as like zombies, Yarvo, and Ustanank, and a couple others. And you have to basically play against other players. It's kind of like a whole. Oh, what was that one? There was a game where you could play as a monster, and everyone trying to beat the monster. I wouldn't say it's exactly like that. Evolve. It's not exactly like that, but a similar concept anyway. Unfortunately, I'm not going to play online, so I can't actually show that mode. But we can also do the mercenaries and mercenaries no mercy mode. What this allows you to do is you can, well, you can play with someone, or you can also do split screen. You can also buy skills for the this mode as well, which unfortunately these skills are the same skills as you have in the main campaign. But this is a way to earn skill points for the main campaign if you want to save that for last, so you can play through this game. You can play mercenary mode and unlock a bunch of skill points, because you can earn a decent amount of skill points from playing mercenary mode. There's also a chapter, Chris's chapter. I think it's the final chapter, where Chris, there's a room where you could kill like a bunch of enemies and they keep respawning until you leave. That's a way to get a lot of skill points. But yeah, all these are like little buffs for your character during play. I can't equip it. Why not? Anyway. Nah, I could equip it. I was just pressing the wrong button. Anyway, so yeah, you could just earn combos, stuff like that. These are used to basically keep your game running. This mercenaries mode is similar to the mercenaries mode from like Resident Evil 5. Or I think even 4's mercenaries was pretty similar. Let's play around just to show it off. So you can choose a lot of the different levels, and you have 5 characters to start out as, which is Leon, Chris, Jake, Ada, and Agent. And then there's variations on these characters they can play, which are almost new characters in the game because they have all different layouts. So let's try Urban Chaos. So right now we can only play as default, like Leon, Chris, Jake, Ada, and Agent. And yeah, too bad they don't have Hunk. That's it. But and then when you beat certain things, you can unlock different outfits for them. And if you lock a different outfit, they'll have different weapons and builds. So they're almost, but for the game itself, it's almost like a new character just because of how they're built differently. So let's go with. Yeah, I don't know why they call him just General Agent. I don't know why they didn't call him like Hunk or something like that. Oh well. Let's go with Leon. Let's see how long we can last in a mission. I'll probably only do one, because it's mercenaries is pretty straightforward. All right, you have to survive and defeat a lot of hostiles. So, and the more score and how long you stay out here will improve your rank. So let's see if we can. There's probably faster ways to kill these guys. So. 3 combos so far. These early levels, you can get quite a few. Get some early combos. I'm trying to kill them as fast as I can. I could probably do it faster. Oh. I was trying to get her to, you know, like back attack her or whatever, so. Oh well. Hopefully that doesn't ruin my combo. Ah, yeah, it took too long. Oh well. Oh, come on. Ah. Yeah, luckily these guys are just zombies, so I can just afford to Need to step on their heads. Oh, come on. Whatever. Oh. I thought that was gonna blow up. Oh well. Music's a little loud, although my headset might be turned a bit up. Oh, I was hoping to step on his head. There we go. There we go, that'll get some early kills. Trying to get those headshots so I can... Uh-oh. Let's see if I can get some dog kills. Oh, come on. Where's everyone else? There we go. I don't know how many combos I can get. Well, I might be out of dudes. Uh-oh. Where's all the dudes? There we go. Haha. I know there's more people around here. Uh-oh. Get off me. Luckily the dogs are kind of easy to kill. At least in this version anyway, so. Yeah, we're starting to get tougher enemies now. Oh, come on. Tried to go for the head. Really? Alright. Whoa! Ah, maybe I should hit him in the back. Oh, crap. There we go. There we go. I was trying to get their backpack or their canisters. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was trying to hit. Where's the other? Where are they at? Where they at? Where they at? Want some combos? No. Ah, dang it. Oh, right. He's got armor on. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Where's some time? There's some time over there. Get it? Get the time? All right. Oops. Yeah, he's basically like, hold off, I'll be back in a second. All right. There you go. Some of those guys are kind of tough. Just because of their armor and everything with that. Oh, wasted a bit of ammo there, I guess. Uh-oh, we got some fat bastards over there. There we go, jeez. There's uh-oh. Ah, I'm about to run out. Oh, got him. Okay. Ah, man. Now we got 62 out of 150, so oh well. I wasn't paying attention to the time at that point, so oh well. Yeah, to unlock all the best stuff, you have to either get, well, to get the best stuff, you have to at least get an A rank. I don't think it's required to get S rank. I have to double check, but yeah. So Obviously, it wasn't the best run, but that's just a idea of like what you have to do. So it's just like I said, it's like similar mercenaries modes, and you can unlock all the areas by getting good ranks on that and upgrade your skills. So fun something to if you don't want to do the story again, but want to do like a kill mode. Mercenaries mode has always been fun, and No Mercy, I believe, is just a more difficult version of mercenaries mode. I don't think it's. Yeah, I think it's the same, just harder. I think if I. Oh, there he goes. There's the Left 4 Dead version we can play. So we can play as Coach, Nick, Ellis, and Rochelle from Left 4 Dead 2 in this version of the game. So yeah, that's why there's a Left 4 Dead 2 reference in the at the end of the game, because you can play as them during it, which is a cool feature, I guess. All right, trying to think if there's. I mean, there's still other stuff to show. I'm just trying to remember. Here's the records of the game, like see, we completed 11% of the game. Obviously, haven't done professional mode, and the No Hope is the hard mode. I think you have to beat the game of professional to unlock No Hope, I believe. For achievements, I think professional is the highest you have to go. No Hope's just one of those modes you play if you want to like a pure challenge. See, rescue 27 times, rescue partner 27 times, rescued by partner 36 times. So yeah, that sounds about right, especially in the early game. Later on, I wasn't rescued as much, but time saved from dying, times restored on health, yeah, distance covered, walking, or it was like running the most. Yeah, that makes sense. Weapons, let's see what I've used the most. Probably wing shooter, because of just playing that mercenary mode all of a sudden. Probably got a lot of kills there, but anyway, wing shooter's got 77% out of all that. What's my highest percentage? Oh, the lightning hawk, because I only used it one time. Oh no, it says used 17 to defeat one enemy. Oh, it was against the boss. That's right. But I guess it's gonna be the, let's see, two. No, it's actually I used the gun turret the most. Well, at least killed more enemies with the gun turret. Well, that makes sense, I guess. Huh. Enemies, this is how many enemies we killed. Probably, yeah, Yavo or whatever, probably the most I've killed. Because they're the most common enemy in the game. And that zombie's pretty close too. And this is all the variations of the zombie. Yeah, snake and roosters. Yeah, you could kill those. I've killed 6 times. And Deborah twice. But anyway, there's the medals that you can get. Medals for, you can also get medals for C rank. And then whatever the lowest rank it is. I guess D, I'm not sure. And there's actually there's, well, achievements, but there's extra stuff you can unlock if you unlock all the versions of the medals at least once in the game. So yeah, deaths, clear time, enemies routed, has a rescue partner, aided by partner during story. Yeah, some of these are very specific. Like, there's some you have to, like, you know, never get like stealth the whole section with Ada, for example, and never get seen. That's a medal. Stuff like that. So I haven't, like I said, there's quite a few I haven't gotten. So beat chapter without skills, yeah. Yeah, just a lot of ways to play the game. So if you're curious on how to play it, although most times you'll just have to look it up online, it's just faster to do that. There's like one medal you can get by killing a helicopter pilot by shooting him in the head with a magnum or something like that. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's all the medals and the extra. This is for doing the different modes and everything like that. So now let's look at the special features. Cutscenes. So cutscenes is just, I showed this before, but this is basically the timeline of the game. So it starts out with Chris and Jake, and it goes all the way to I think it's a year that passes during the game, isn't it? December 24th. Maybe I could be wrong. Not quite. Maybe like half a year. Okay, well anyway. But yeah, then there's everyone's endings right there. Although it's weird that Ada's ending just unlocks a extra scene for Jake. I wonder if they really want Jake to be like the next main character in Resident Evil. Like they were going to give him his own game after this or something like that. Because the whole, you know, being the son of a the villain of the series for a while, and Albert Wesker. you know, I feel like that's what they were going to do. They were going to give Jake his own game, or at least bring him back for another game. But then they did Resident Evil 7, and they kind of threw that out the window, which is fine. I mean, Jake's character's okay, but he's nothing we haven't seen before. So, although it's kind of interesting, he wears almost the similar shades like his dad. So, but yeah, that's a. So I like that there's a kind of a, you know, timeline that you can follow for those who are curious. All right, let's go over the collections. This is the final bit of the game. So what this is this is just the old, well, this is the arcade. But these little symbols here are the serpent medals you grabbed over the course of the game. And what they give you is a background between either certain characters or what's going on in between the games, or history of the characters and stuff like that. This is Leon's cabinet. Let's take a look at these. These are not toys, action figures or whatever that you can look at. You can only unlock them if you complete a line here. So if you complete all these are serpent medals from chapter 1, for example, of Leon's campaign. So if you unlock all those, you can unlock this model. And if you get the medal from chapter the first medal in each chapter, you can unlock this guy, for example. So let's take a look at some of the toys or action figures. I actually got I used to work in when I worked in retail, like that dealt with action figures and toys, I remember I rang up a gentleman and I said, okay, let's say this toy is whatever, and then he got mad at me and said, action figure. I'm like, wow, you really aren't confident in what you're buying, are you?
It's just like raccoon.
Just like a raccoon? Or I know what he's talking about still. So, but yeah, these are just, you can look at the action figures, switch them around, listen to their voices, stuff like that.
It's just like raccoon.
Yeah, this is different versions of Leon. I kind of like his Resident Evil 2 outfit when he's in his cop uniform or whatever. So that's the two different versions of Leon. So his jacket and then this. So let's check out the other one. This should be Helena. Ooh, dang. She's got some cake on her. So let's see what her other outfit is. I kind of like that one. Kind of gives off a Lara Croft vibe.
It's all my fault. I did this.
Oh yeah, you did cause this all to happen. You're a terrible person.
It's all my fault.
Okay, it's the same. So, Helena was an interesting character. I wouldn't say super memorable, but interesting enough, I guess.
It's my job to prevent terrorist attacks. Not
Even though he caused it, so you know, whatever. Simmons won. Yeah, he's whatever he turned into. Yeah, the series got crazy when it came with transformations after a while. Even though it's crazy back in the second game had some pretty crazy transformations. There's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Actually, let's go back to his other one and listen to the voice for that thing. Huh. I mean, I do like the ability to basically look at character models and stuff like that and kind of see how they look from all angles. Like it's crustacean or bug form or whatever, so I don't know. And yeah, you can clear the UI if you don't want to have this be intrusive here. Alright, what do we got now? Oh, the president, Adam Bedford. Yeah, he was so important. Let's see. Obviously, this must be a different president because in the fourth game, the president was, his daughter was Graham. Mr. Graham. So obviously, this is a different president. Unless it was the whole divorce situation or whatever. I don't know. So I don't think they're the same president from Resident Evil 4. So.
I've always valued your friendship, Leon.
They made the president to be. They made the president of the United States to be this perfect gentleman. And then he got shot. Oh well. Sorry, Mr. President. La Bautista. Yeah, these were only during Leon's campaign. These things were freaking annoying. I hate those things, yeah. Are they in seductive poses? Gross. Yeah, it is Whopper and Whopper Supreme. Nice. McDonald's references. This is what you get when you eat too much Mickey D's, folks. It's true. Okay, let's back up on that. So, all right, let's take a look at some of the reports. I'm not going to read all of them, but I'll just maybe pause on some of them and give you an idea to look at them. But this gives you a description of each character, or and other things. So, Leon S. Kennedy, at age 36 years of age, Leon S. Kennedy, he's almost 40 in this game, by the way. Because I think in Resident Evil 4, he's like, you know, I feel like he's in mid-20s or something like that, so. Leon S. Kennedy is the most respected agent working for the U.S. government. Reporting directly to the president himself, the horrors he witnessed as a result of a biohazard outbreak known as the Raccoon City incident left him with a deep-rooted hatred of bioterrorism and those who would use it. While his demeanor is calm and rational, he should not be mistaken for apathy. He will take the initiative on any mission he's been assigned, often putting himself in danger in order to save the innocent. He takes his mission seriously, making decisions cautiously and logically. From time to time, however, his sardonic wit will resurface, recalling his time as a good-natured rookie cop with a sense of duty who is able to maintain a sense of humor even in tough times. How he has changed. And then this is a reading on Leon and Adam's friendship, the president. Field operations support. Then this talks about zombies and where they came from, or at least in the series anyway. Ingrid Hunnigan. Ingrid Hunnigan is a 33-year-old mission coordinator for the U.S. Department of Defense Field Operations Support. In 2004, she was instrumental in helping Agent Kennedy recover the then president's daughter from a terrorist group, so it was the previous president. Level-headed intelligence, she is competent at hacking into most security systems as well as handling the relevant mission and intelligence. She is the guiding voice that has successfully delivered Agent Kennedy from many perilous predicaments. Yet we only saw it from 2 games. What about the other games, huh? No. Leon and the Raccoon City instance, this is during his time at that. So it's for those who also didn't play those games, so maybe for those, so that way it didn't shoehorn it into the game, so you didn't have exposition, for example. I prefer that. I prefer this than expositing it in the game for no reason, you know. Total Oaks Cathedral and the Underground Lab. La Batista, what that is. Serbian woman of beauty, huh? Yeah. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, folks. Helena Harper. As a 24-year-old U.S. government agent, her sister Deborah is her only known living relative. During the Tall Oaks terrorist attack, she is dispatched by the U.S. Secret Service to protect President Binford. She is a woman of strong moral convictions until she works for the enemy to save her sister, and is very sympathetic to the plight of others, although she does let her emotions get the better of her from time to time. I guess so. Here's the second version. Helena Harper doesn't compromise her beliefs, except when she does, and is not one to step aside and let others take charge. She does, however, have a tendency to let her emotions get the best of her. She was in the top of her class and the agency's first choice for the job, but officials were concerned when she let her morals get in the way of her work. They were right. While investigating a series of murders, Helena successfully found and apprehended the killer. In the process, she used excessive force on the suspect and was suspended for the agency. She claimed she had to shut the killer up because he was making threats in front of the victim's family. After her suspension period was over, she found herself in a situation where she couldn't maintain her self-control. When Deborah's boyfriend became abusive, and enraged Helena shot and injured him, her superiors were unwilling to overlook her gross misconduct, but they didn't want to fire her, so they transferred her to the Secret Service. During the attack on Tall Oaks, Helena was manipulated by Derek Simmons and is planning to assassinate President Adam Bedford. And this all happened behind the scenes. Catacombs. The history of the catacombs. Well, I said pause if you want to read this stuff. Deborah Harper is a 20-year-old college student and Helena's sister. Unlike her sister, Deborah is a carefree party girl. Yeah, until she becomes a, BOW. Their different approaches to life are a cause of friction between them, but those issues aside, the two are actually very close. The two sisters' lives were thrown into chaos when Derek Simmons kidnaps Deborah and uses her for the family's C-virus experiments to turn her into Ada. When Helena is reunited with her sister, it's not the happy reunion she had hoped for. Deborah had been turned into a hideous creature with no semblance of the humanity she once had, other than the gentle facial features that hindered her former beauty. Well, she did have all that cake and more, huh? Lena and Ada, their relationship over the years, so yeah, complicated. Yeah. Helena's crime. Yeah, for helping assassinate the president, so. Bruzak. Raskolapanje, or whatever. Derek Simmons himself. Derek C. Simmons, 46-year-old, is an aide to the President of the United States. He's a ruthless perfectionist, a personality well-disposed to rising to a high echelon of power and government. He is the current head of the family, a secret fraternity of powerful movers and shakers that manipulate the development of the Western world for centuries. This organization will do whatever is necessary to ensure stability and world order. Fearing the ensuing chaos that would result from President Benford's plan to reveal the truth about the Raccoon City incident, Mr. Simmons orchestrated his own bioterror attack where the president would be one of many casualties, and no one would suspect him. Derek's first transformation. Yeah, he transformed like 3 times, didn't he, or something like that? Like, what the heck, man? Yeah, 3 times. I mean, that's a bit overkill, don't you think? But anyway, let's take a look at Chris's stuff. I like them they pop up in little boxes and stuff like that.
I can't keep running away.
Were you running away? I guess. Yeah, Chris has definitely changed. Like, his personality is completely different from Resident Evil 1. Although in Resident Evil 1, he was pretty much just an average, your average kind of like standard male hero type of character, so there wasn't really much to him. But, you know, I liked his presentation in Resident Evil 1, even if he was pretty straightforward in that game. Although that game in general is so cheesy, you just love the scenes surrounding it, you know?
We're taking you back, Captain.
I assume the other picture is when he got his fake arm, or his, oh no. Maybe there's another one where he gets his, mutated arm or whatever. Huh. Oh no, maybe that's another, there must be another one somewhere that shows off his other arm, so. Yeah, Piers, unfortunately, Piers is kind of pretty straight-laced, so he's kind of forgettable, really, unfortunately. So, there's the ogre man. Those were annoying. I remember I had a frustration because my controller kept messing up too. Oh, these guys, I hate these guys. The Nesdo. Yeah, the bug swarms or whatever. The worm that walks, basically.
Leon, what are you doing here?
2 main characters from previous series. Nice. Yeah, his whole game was member berries, the game, basically. And it had those guys weren't too annoying. You just had to waste ammo to get to their gooey center. And there's the Illuja or whatever, the snake. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the snake from Resident Evil 1. I forgot what his name was. I keep forgetting. I keep thinking I'm going to look it up, but I keep forgetting to look it up. But anyway, oh well.
All right. This is it.
And this is a rare Chris. Where's the uniques, though? I want a unique. The one of a kind. Roscoe Lapange or whatever. These guys are a little annoying, but not the worst. Almost sound like children, baby laughs or something like that, or baby noises or something like that. There's Hayos, or yeah, the big, basically the Mass Effect 2 boss. That's always creepy. Oh, I guess I'm going into the other, I'll go over those here in a second, so. Okay, well, anyway, let's go over the notes. Chris Redfield. Chris Redfield's a 39-year-old. Wait. Oh, wait, Leon was 36, right? Okay. Well, I didn't realize they were that close in age. Huh. Redfield is a 39-year-old BSAA operative working for its North American branch. He was the leader of Alpha Team until he suffered post-traumatic amnesia and wound up a belligerent drunk in the underbelly of Eastern Europe. Around this time, a biohazard outbreak in China shocks the world. Piers Nivens, his teammate on Alpha, finds Chris and convinces him to resume his leadership in the BSAA. Despite his memory loss, Chris retains the fortitude and leadership skills that made him one of the BSAA's top agents. BSAA, what it is, it's been around since Resident Evil 5, at least, if not before that. The C virus to make the Yavo mutations. Yeah, those were pretty annoying. Piers Nevins. Piers Nevins is a 26-year-old BSA operative working for its North American branch. Chris Redfield is his commanding officer. His hand-eye coordination and concentration skills are without peer, making him the BSA's top-ranking sniper. He can react quickly to the changing conditions on a battlefield, and as such, he will usually find a way to complete his mission in spite of any adverse conditions. A serious and determined man in battle, he still has time to offer a kind word for his fellow soldiers. It is these qualities that cause the CEO to comment that the future of the BSAA rests on the shoulders of men like him. Nivens himself prefers not to think of his teams as subordinates, but as members of a big family. Aw, until they all die. He believes that the strength of the BSAA hinges on the bonds of all of its agents. He holds Captain Redfield the highest respect, and Captain Redfield trusts him implicitly. The Ogre Man, whatever he is, a big giant creature. The sea virus. I guess C for chrysalid, yeah. So that's why there's that insect theme in the game. The Napad? Napad? Huh. Serbian word for assault. Huh. Finn McCauley, or Colley? Finn McCauley is a 22-year-old BSA operative working for its North American branch. The first real action he sees is Adonia's Civil War. Chris Redfield is his commanding officer. He is honest and sincere, if somewhat timid. As an explosives expert, he is tasked with destroying barricades and anti-aircraft gun turrets. Unfortunately, he falls victim to Ada's machinations and succumbs to an infection that turns him into one of the very BOWs he's tasked with fighting. After losing his humanity during the transformation into a mindless creature, he's killed by BSAA support troops dispatched to Adonia and disposed of the BOWs. Poor Finn. Chris's amnesia, he gets amnesia after the incident because it's so traumatizing, I guess. Basawan, that's the Chinese town, or the town in China we go through. The Luzizia? Serbian for phantom, huh? Chris's file. And this is just his general, like, history, ever since he was part of Stars and everything like that, so. Chris and Leon, their relationship to each other. I guess this kind of mentions where he basically went to Code Veronica, which is where he went to Europe to take down Umbrella. Yeah, that was an interesting game. I liked Code Veronica, but I understand it's kind of I wouldn't say a black sheep of the series, but it's considered one of the weaker entries next to, I don't know, a lot of people don't like Resident Evil 3 because of how short, or like, especially the remake of Resident Evil 3, because Resident Evil 3 is almost like, it almost feels like it's, at least in Resident Evil 1, it didn't feel like a spin-off game, it felt like just a standard game from like 1, 2, and 3, but the remake made it seem like it was DLC from Resident Evil 2 remake, you know, that's how poorly it was received. Neo Umbrella. So Ada, so that's what the evil Ada called, or yeah, Carla called it for some reason, huh? That's weird. Neo Umbrella, the information about Plan D. Plan D's nuts. Piers files. This is about Piers. Ooh, he's impressed with Chris. Chris and Albert Wesker. Well, yeah, that's there since 1998. Yeah. Oh, yeah, mentioned Sheva. Yay, Sheva. Too bad, yeah, she kind of disappears from the plot after Resident Evil 5, too. Oh, well. Yeah, you can't have every character come back in every game. That would be boring and unnecessary. Because it's like, yeah, people want to see characters come back, but if they don't need to be there, they don't need to be there. Heos, or whatever, yeah. Alright, let's go over... I actually read some of these off screen, but I forgot I was going to show them off, but it's fine. I can still show them again. So let's take a look at the Jake cabinet. There's Jake Mueller.
Man, look at this circus. You got any popcorn?
What a jokester. What's his other... Oh, whoops, I meant to switch it, not change it up. Let's see what the other outfit is. Oh, he's cool in his motorcycle. Look at him. Actually, he kind of does have an Albert Wesker look with at least the sunglasses anyway. So, well, they had to give him some traits that resembled Wesker, without actually being Wesker.
You could be the key to saving this world, Jake Mueller.
Oh, Sherry. It's just weird seeing a girl from Resident Evil 2 who was like 7 or 8 turn into this, you know, kind of a action star or whatever you want to call it. So. I'm still a proponent that Sherry should have been a scientist. and she should have been like one of those that wasn't an expert fighter, but she learned weaponry enough to be able to defend herself, and so her story would have been her trying to cure the C virus that maybe she was working on, and then, you know, that stuff. But whatever. That's a cute picture. I don't know, I feel like they a missed opportunity with Sherry. I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not the person who made the game. This game made a lot of money, so what do I know, right? And there's the Yavo. I guess that's supposed to be Serbian or something like that, I guess. There's another Yavo. Yeah, from the China Yarvo. Let's see, any other version of the Yavo? Oh, there's the Neo Umbrella Yavo. Sounds like he's speaking backwards. Or reverse or whatever. Or at least, you know. But, neat little detail there. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, the Strelats, or the Dilophosaurus, or whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, spit acid or bones at you or whatever it was. There's the Ustanak. God, that guy was obnoxious just because he kept coming back over and over and over and over again. I was like, why won't you die? There's him with his claw thingy. Oh no, he's got the claw! No one's gonna get that. Oh, mutated Yavo. The Yavos with the shield were really annoying. Oh, there's the flying ones. Must have gotten sick from all the blood rushing to his head. I already get a headache already for just looking at that. There's the third one. Those guys were really annoying too. Huh. Any other versions of the mutated Yavo? Oh, chrysalids. Wait, I thought I pressed the... Hold on. I probably pressed the switch button. Oh, they were... Okay. Wait. I thought... Okay, I did press the switch button. It's just... It's under the same... It's under, like, the same, collection, I guess. So they just call it something different, so... And they would transform into whatever. Those guys, well, I say everything's annoying. Yeah, you couldn't really hit them while they're transforming. They wouldn't do any damage until they're fully out of their thing or whatever. Okay, we're done with that one. Oh yeah, another flying BOW. Those are always fun. Okay, that's it for... Oh no, keep going on. Yeah, Istivo or whatever. Ubaistvo? Yeah, Mr. Chainsaw Man, basically. Oh, and there's a rare Jake Mueller in his PJs for during the one scene. Oh, did they have Sherry's?
I don't need a weapon to kill assholes like you.
I mean, technically a fist is a weapon, well, whatever. I bet they do have Sherry's outfit there. Oh boy. Man, attention to detail, huh? Ooh. I mean, yeah, she's vulnerable. She shouldn't be vulnerable in this form. She needs to be protected at all costs.
I'm not even gonna attempt to fight until I get a gun.
But you have a stun rod. Well, actually, for long-range combat, yeah, you probably should get a gun, but, man. Probably my favorite outfit.
I'm not even gonna attempt to fight until I get a gun.
But anyway, sorry. Oh, there's Ada's. We'll go over that here in a second. So let's go over their data. Jake Mueller. Jake Mueller is a 20-year-old professional mercenary under the employ of rebel forces in Edonia. Despite his youth, his combat experience is quite high, and his survival skills are quite formidable. His cynicism creates an unapproachable aura. Even his fellow mercenaries consider him to be moody and distant. The only thing he trusts in this world is cold, hard cash. He has no time for the concerns of others. He is a consummate mercenary, selling his services to the highest bidder with any concern for ideologies of that group that employ him. And then he learns to trust a little girl that survived the zombie outbreak. Soldiers of Fortune, you know, part of the group he was after, worked for. BOWs, oh yeah, started since the T-virus in Raccoon City. Ah, memories. Ustanak. Serbian for revolution, huh? I don't know if that was quite a revolution, but... Sherry Birkin is a 26-year-old U.S. agent working under the direct command of the U.S. President's aide. She is one of the only handful of people to survive the Raccoon City incident in 1998. During the incident, Sherry was infected by the G virus. While she survived exposure to the virus itself, yeah, you had to. I forgot at some point you had to get a vaccine for her during Claire's campaign or whatever. The U.S. government took her into custody to monitor how the virus would affect her physiology. Thus began her time as a human guinea pig, poked and prodded by curious scientists and government officials. In 2009, she was inexplicably offered a position as a special agent in the employ of the United States. She quickly assented in order to escape her life of forced imprisonment, even though in practice she was still under the watchful eye of the government. She lacks the experience of more seasoned agents, but she can still hold her own against Jake Mueller, and she is capable of providing the emotional support he has lacked for most of his life. In spite of the tragedies she has witnessed, she still believes implicitly in the good of people. People are good! The G virus, yeah, the history of William Birkin and his wife, and during that situation during Raccoon City, so... Was it? Yeah, I created the antidote for Sherry, yeah. I remember that scene. The Mezits, Serbian word for moonlight. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I believe the word means what it is, but I mean, not a good description for that creature. Oko, Serbian for eye. Jake's childhood. Yeah, what did happen to him when he was younger? Jake Mueller was born to a home without a father. From an early age, Wesker was a deadbeat dad. Makes sense. Early age, he had to support his chronically ill mother. She could have made a full recovery, the family could afford it, but Jake and Miss Mueller had barely enough money to cover their daily needs. She tries her best to provide for the family, and did all she could to protect Jake. He loved his mother, but couldn't understand why she was still enamored with his father, the man who had abandoned them. To say Jake didn't think highly of his father would be an understatement. I think, well, Wesker might have been killed by the time that happened, so he might have been out of commission until the virus kicked in and turned him into Super Wesker or whatever. When Jake got older, he decided to become a mercenary, selling his services to the insurgents fighting the government. He had no love for politics. He just wanted to afford better medical care for his mother. Unfortunately, Miss Mueller passed away not long after he became a soldier of fortune. Jake felt he was like he was alone in the world, and his heart was now hardened. His only concern was for money, even though he no longer had a pressing need for it. Because it's all for mommy, dearest. And the Neo agents in the detention center. Lab report. Ooh. Reborn indeed, huh? Strilats. Serbian word for archer. Yeah, I could see that in this case. Because of they would range attack you. Sherry and Raccoon during this Raccoon City incident. And then she was, saved by Leon and Claire, mainly Claire. Because no matter which version of the game you play, whether it be Leon, side A or side B, or if you play the remake, Claire is more of an influence on Sherry than Leon is. Leon kind of just comes out at the last minute. So, yeah, with Sherry being in the game, you thought they would have had Claire make an appearance in the game, because Leon makes sense in terms of that. So you think Claire would have had a moment in the game with Sherry, just because, you know, the tie they had, but they never had Claire make an appearance. Claire was in Resident Evil 2, Code Veronica, and then she was in a couple, like one or two of the movies, I think, or like the animated movies that they did. I think only one of them. It's because Claire basically leaves the combat game and becomes more of a environmental activist. Well, not activist, because activists would imply like something different. She becomes an environmental agent to, like, you know, help the world in her own way. So she kind of leaves the whole fight, going after BOWs and that type of thing. Life without freedom, huh? Oh, it's her time when she was poked and prodded in the government, so. And Derek helping her out, I guess. Experiment logs for the Ustanak and everything. Ubistvo. What? A Serbian word for murder. Well, yeah, it does have a chainsaw, so. Jake Mueller's infamous father. Albert Wesker's father, Jake Mueller, had a very rare physiology. His body was highly resistant to viral infection. He was even able to manipulate the virus he had injected into himself so he would only reap their benefits and none of their deleterious effects. The self-experimentation gave him abilities that only can be described as superhuman. Yet he still got beat by a human. As Albert's son, Jake enjoys the same immunity to viral infection. When Jake injects himself with a solution containing the C virus, it has no visible effect on him. Albert Wesker planned what would have been the deadliest terrorist attacks in human history, and he would have succeeded had Crest Redfield and BSAA not killed him in time. Jake has never met his father and knows nothing about his atrocities he committed. He's also unaware of the genetic legacies he is heir to. So, deal with the United States about paying Jake for his blood. Houston Act 2. And C-virus vaccine. Okay, let's go over Ada's cabinet. And then we'll call it an episode. This is more of just a bonus episode about all the stuff you can get in the game. So there's Ada.
Sorry, boys, no time. My dance card's already full.
Dance card? Okay, I don't know what that means, but anyway. Ada. I liked her dress outfit from Resident Evil 2 or 4 better, but yeah, this is fine. Or her one piece in Resident Evil 2 was very nice. There's Carla, the lady who got forced to look like Ada. Yeah, that would give me a complex, that's for sure.
Can you feel it spreading through your body yet?
Not a bad outfit, I guess. Now, a rare Leon Kennedy appears on the scene.
Adam!
Did he say Adam? Oh, right, the president, yeah. Alright, what we got here? A rare Helena. Deal with Deborah, I guess, and a cocoon.
No! No, Deborah! No!
Yeah, drop her into the chasm, baby. I almost thought Deborah was going to keep coming back later on, like afterwards. Ingrid Hunnigan. Oof. Yeah, too bad she was never gave more of a... Apparently, the original Resident Evil 4, she was actually going to be the second character to help Leon throughout his adventures, trying to save Ashley. But at the time of the game making on the GameCube, they didn't have the technology to do 2 players at the time. So, that, like, Ashley was in the game, but she wasn't a fully controllable character. She just followed you. So it's easier to control it that than making a second character to be on screen at the same time and doing the whole... you know, split screen or whatever at the time. So they just turned Hunnigan into a info dump character and left her in the background. So she was relegated to, you know, info broker basically for you.
Roger that. I'll map out the safest access route.
Yeah, too bad Leon doesn't really flirt with her in this game as much, because in the original Resident Evil 4, he flirts with her quite often. Whether anything comes of it, I don't know if that was the point, but in this game he doesn't do it at all. But then again, the situation doesn't really call for a lot of quirky moments like that, so that kind of makes sense. In this remake, apparently they just get rid of the flirting altogether. I'm like, okay, whatever. I still haven't played the remake yet, so I don't know if I ever will. I still, yeah. Or not Resident Evil 2, I mean the remake of Resident Evil 4. Anyway. Piers Nevins with his arm. That was an interesting scene, especially if you play as Piers during that chapter. So I haven't done that yet. Well, I did a long time ago, but I haven't for this playthrough. There's standard zombies in general. A staple since the first game. Yeah, too bad zombies have turned from the slow, methodical, walking killers into fast zombies that like 28 days later in games like or stories like that have done. I mean, it makes them more of a threat, but still. I always thought zombies more of as a environmental like a hazard, or than more of a just straight up threat. Like they're one of those things that if you're not paying attention, you could get caught, but you could easily avoid. You know, that type of thing. But they're dangerous that they're environmental, and there's so many of them, but oh well. There's zombie dogs. Good boy, good boy. Situbu, sit. And there's a rare Ada in her like that scuba gear tank thing. She goes to get in the submarine.
I'm just here to find out what you're up to.
Sure, no other reason. Except that's actually a good reason. Not a perfect reason, but it's a reason. There's Carla spores. The things that affected the ship. Ah, but you hate you. But have you hated someone for like hundreds of years? Yeah. Hate. I hate for every microcosm of my being, for every circuitry that surrounds this globe. It's a millionth of how much I hate you. No, actually, I'm not doing the line justice, but yeah. Anyway, points for those who guess who that is. So, oh, it goes back to Leon Kennedy. So, all right, whoops. All right, let's go over the documents. Ada Wong. Not much is known about the international spy Ada Wong, including her age or whom she works for. Even her true name, as well as her aims, remains a mystery. What is known is that no matter how difficult her mission may be, she has the brains and the physical ability to pull it off without a hitch. While there's a stoicism in her demeanor, it's her poise and Sangford that she is known for. She appears to be working towards a specific goal, and when she accomplishes it, she's the type that would have no qualms about betraying her handlers. In 1998, she went to Raccoon City with the intent of secreting out a sample of the G virus. It was there that she first met Leon Kennedy, a rookie cop at the time. Following the events of Raccoon City, she has been known to offer aid to the Leon on his missions, but mostly as a ploy to enlist his help. Currently, Ada is snuck aboard a submarine after being contacted by Derek Simmons, a man she hasn't heard from since the Raccoon City incident. While on the submarine, she discovers a mission that was never fielded to her, and a terrible secret that will spur her to act. What form these actions take will be anybody's guess. I wonder if they retconned the whole, her coming to Raccoon City to, I mean, yeah, get the virus, but also find out what happened to her boyfriend / husband. Because a lot of games don't mention that anymore, so I wonder if they try to retcon that. I don't know why. I mean, that was one of the reasons she became an agent or wanted to find out what happened, is because what happened to him. You know, so that's why she kind of worked for her own aims, but worked against Umbrella in a lot of cases. So I don't know. I feel like I thought that was good characterization. You know, reports on Jake Mueller. Yeah, everyone knew he's related to Wesker apparently. There's the submarine. The Gniezdo. Serbian word for hive. Okay, yeah, I could see that because of what they are. Derek and Ada's relationship between each other. And Simmons having a simp on for Ada. Scorched Earth, yeah. Every time there's zombies, just nuke the place. Uh-oh. Yep. That's when Deborah got injected. The Shrieker. Yeah, those guys are really obnoxious because they kept running away. A Tale of Two Adas. I think character-wise, that would have been more interesting if they made it to where Ada kind of had a complex with someone cloning her. I don't know. I feel like they kind of missed out on something like that, like her being kind of annoyed that someone cloned her. I know she's supposed to be. I guess they said she's stoic, but I don't know. Ada in Raccoon City. Let's see. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she was hired by Albert to get the virus or whatever. And then yeah, yeah, I think it was in the 4th game you can find out that Ada was hired by Albert in that game as well. Albert doesn't make an appearance in Resident Evil 4, but it's highly impressed that she was hired by him again in that one. But yeah, still no mention of the other guy. I forgot the scientist's name in the. I think it was either Resident Evil 1 or 2. I think it was 1 where you find out who that is. Yeah, it's in the laboratory. It's from some notes, and he mentions his like girlfriend or wife, and it says like A or whatever, Ada, and you're like, oh, but then the game's never mentioned that again. So Derek Simmons' family. Yeah, wealthy people. Bloodshot, huh? Carla Radams. Carla Radams was responsible for the discovery of the C virus and a close confidant of Derek Simmons. A prodigy in her youth, Carla completed a doctorate course in genetics when she was only 15, after which she was recruited by Derek to work for him manufacturing viruses and BOWs. Derek praised her for intelligence and successful research, and this praise increased her devotion to him. One way she tried to earn his praise was by developing the C virus. As it would turn out, she was nothing more than a tool for him to accomplish his goals. The person Carla Radams ceased to exist when she was used against her will in Derek's experiment to create Ada Wong. Yes, all because this guy really liked Ada, like really liked Ada, so stupid. Yeah, I would too. There's some papers about Carla, about her pet. Unlimited transformations. It'll never, last boss must have 5 different forms. Pretty much. Completed mutations. Ah, I see. Enhanced C virus. They always gotta make it better and stronger. The end of Derek when he was killed by Ada. Except wasn't he killed by Leon and Helena later on afterwards? Yeah, whatever. And Carla's revenge. Yeah, there can only be one Ada. Only one. So, well, alright. That's it for Resident Evil 6 and all the stuff you could do. Obviously, I could do more of the mercenary stuff, but you get the gist of how the game plays. So, overall, you know, despite my... That looks like my controller went wonky there for a second. Despite all my reservations of it not being a very good Resident Evil game overall, I still think it's a fun action game for what it is. And obviously, the old Resident Evils are not going to appeal to a lot of people because of either the cheesiness or the tank controls. So I can see why people would think this game's better. But I guess it's, in that case, it's more subjective, really, in this case. But overall, it is a fun game, despite my qualms to the contrary. So if you want a good, you know, fun multiplayer game or something to do, you know, kill some time for a couple hours every day, you know, you can't go wrong with Resident Evil 6. And it gives you just enough extra stuff to do with the mercenaries mode, as well as trying to unlock all the features, you know, do all the achievements, unlock all the medals by replaying the game multiple different ways, and unlocking all the skills and all that. It is a fun experience. So, yeah, I guess we'll leave it off there. So, hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Resident Evil 6. Tune in next year when I don't know if I'll do Resident Evil 7 next year. I might do some of the spin-off games afterwards, like maybe Resident Evil Revelations, maybe like 1 or 2, or Resident Evil Dead Aim, or some of the other spin-off games that, or maybe even try the Raccoon, see if I can get a hold of Raccoon City, Operation Raccoon, and see if you can still play that. Probably not. Or maybe see if I could try to get a single-player version of, I know there's a hacked version you can find of Resident Evil Outbreak for the PS2, or at least I think that was that for PS2? I think it was. I never played that one, and that was an interesting game, but it was mainly meant to be multiplayer. But I think there was a code or someone hacked the game to play it single player. But anyway, at some point next year I will play more Resident Evil. I'll just have to figure out which game I want to play and what it is. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the spooky season of Resident Evil 6, even though Resident Evil 6 isn't really spooky. It's more action based, but what can you do? Alright, we'll leave it off there. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next game.